City of Stockton is taking a new approach to help its poorest families make ends meet.
It's going to start paying them. We sent KPIX 5's John Ramos out to find out how this universal income experiment is going to work.
During the Great Recession, Stockton gained infamy by being the largest city in America to declare bankruptcy. Even now, it suffers twice the state average of unemployment, and half its workers make only minimum wage. That is its status quo.
But in the last election, the city elected a new mayor who is not afraid to think outside the box.
When 26-year-old Michael Tubbs became Stockton's youngest ever mayor in 2017, he arrived with ideas to challenge the status quo. And now Stockton will soon be the site of a fascinating social experiment.
Ideally, I would like to serve 100 families for 18 months at $500 a month.
The so-called SEED project will give a small group of low-income residents a modest, no-strings-attached monthly income. Funded by $1 million private grant from a social activist group called the Economic Security Project, SEED will create a real-world research model of what's known as a universal basic income.
They were looking for a city to pilot what would a basic income look like and what could that do for people's lives. And I jumped at the opportunity.
As each new tech innovation removes more and more humans from the workforce, there have been calls for some sort of basic income to support the people left out of the economy. Organizers say the SEED program will track the way money is spent and how it affects the lives of those receiving it. They would like to one day see it extended to every American, although no one is offering who should bear such an enormous cost.
We really hope that through this implementation we can learn from that, and that may shape future policy. It may shape future ideas around where this funding will come from.
No public money is going into the project, but the very concept of a universal basic income is unpopular with some people who fear it would create a welfare state. But the mayor believes something has to change. He says the people he represents simply aren't making it.
My premise is that the status quo is unacceptable, and I didn't get elected to be liked. I got elected to do things that actually make a difference.
No one knows if a basic income will ever be embraced, but businesses' need for workers is shrinking, and that's left policymakers searching for ways to bridge the growing gap between the haves and the have-nots. In Stockton, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
Details of Stockton's SEED program have yet to be decided, such as who will be eligible and how they'll be tracked. But the mayor says that he hopes to send out the first payments by the end of the year.